Right, good evening everybody, welcome back. We've got a paid request for a video, very recent, but yep, someone's requested that. Check this out. Top 10 terrifying swimming pools. What were they thinking? I guess we'll find out what's going on here. But I love top 5, top 10 type things. Most dangerous, most shocking. So the people that are making requests, definitely send more of these in. I love top 10 stuff to do with like dangerous things and crimes and stuff like that. So yeah, if you're going to make requests, and definitely consider making requests like these, because this is the kind of stuff that I'm only too happy to check it out. So we will get into this and see what's going on with these dangerous pools. Let's go.
10 terrifying swimming pools you could drown in.
That was fun.
Number 10, Shuyian Water Park. Wave pools are a popular feature of water parks around the world. They give visitors the chance to enjoy predictable peaks and troughs without needing to go to the beach. But the equipment that's needed to create the effect poses some safety challenges.
Wow.
Sometimes things don't exactly go to plan.
That was good.
In July of 2019, people had flocked to the Shuyian Water Park in northeast China, looking to cool off in the heat. The wave pool was full of swimmers, and for some reason the machinery malfunctioned and created a wave much bigger than the pool was designed for.
Whoa.
People were swept away and thrown into the air before crashing down onto tiles. Amongst all the screams, people covered in blood tried to desperately escape the water in case another...
Yeah. And if they got smashed against the side of the pool, a bunch of people, there'll have been people getting crushed as well. I've only ever been in a wave pool, one wave pool. There's one in Blackburn. I don't know if it's still there. It was a long time when I used to go to it. But it wasn't that extreme, the wave. I mean, it was literally just like a weak tide. I mean, you might even, it wasn't that crazy.
Wave was approaching. In total, more than 44 people were seriously injured, and it was incredibly lucky that no one died in the crush. Despite accusations that the pool operator was drunk at the time of the incident, park officials revealed a power cut was responsible for the freak wave, which means that in the right circumstances, it could easily happen again. Number 9, Y40 The Deep Joy. Y40 The Deep Joy in Italy is currently the deepest swimming pool in the world. At 130 feet, it's as deep as a 14-story building is tall and contains 152,000 cubic feet of water. It's made up of a traditional pool shape with a cylindrical section that goes deeper beyond it. And as you've probably guessed, this isn't designed for swimming lengths. It's used by scuba divers and free divers and has caves and ledges to explore, as well as a viewing tunnel that people can walk through to look out at what's happening in the depths. Of course, with people swimming so deep, there's an inherent danger with Y40. Making one wrong move could easily lead to serious difficulties. And anyone who takes a dive has to sign a waiver just in case the worst happens.
Wow, you have to sign a waiver just to swim in this pool. Anything like that, I wouldn't even think about it. No, I'm not doing it. If you need to sign a piece of paper that says, if you die using our facility, we aren't responsible for it. That's how you know that even the people that own it and have every reason and incentive to promote it and, that kind of thing, if even they're admitting, yeah, there's a chance it could kill you. No, don't go near it. Just no. Wow.
Before we move on, be sure to subscribe to Top 5s with notifications on. Number 8. San Alfonso del Mare.
Is that a pool?
The pool at the San Alfonso del Mare resort in Chile holds the record for being the largest pool in the world.
Wow.
Covering an area of almost 20 acres and reaching a depth in parts of 115 feet. It contains 66 million gallons of water, and the distance from one side to the other is the same as 20 Olympic swimming pools.
Wow.
To keep it running, water is sucked in and filtered from the ocean, and maintenance costs.
Look at the size of that. That is that's like a coastline, isn't it? That is unbelievable. Jesus. Wow. I know it's on this list, but I definitely would like to go to it. Just to say, yeah, I've been there. Wow.
It's around $3 million a year. If the images look surprisingly bereft of people enjoying the water, that's because no one is actually allowed to swim in the pool.
Oh.
Today, it's only used for boats and kayaks, and you'll soon be chased by security if you jump in. This is because there's no way a lifeguard would be able to spot and save anyone that had gotten into difficulty.
That's true, yeah.
And there are rumors that a young boy drowned there a few years after it had opened.
Wow.
Number 7, Chong King. When the weather's particularly hot, how desperate would you be to go swimming? This was put to the test in 2016 in the city of Chong King in western China when daytime temperatures reached a sweltering 104 degrees Fahrenheit. It seems everyone had the same idea of visiting the local pool, and pictures showed just how packed the place became. It was virtually impossible to find any space amongst the crowd of people, and some people described as looking at dumplings in boiling water. There were questions, too, about the safety of visitors. First was the question of pollutants making their way into the water, and whether it was possible to adequately treat it. The other was what would happen if there was an incident. If someone began to drown, there was no chance that they could be rescued.
Exactly.
And if the pool needed to be evacuated, it seemed almost inevitable that some people would be crushed in the panic. Number 6, the library.
Okay, I thought there'd be like incidents linked to these pools, that's why they're on this list. But so far, not really. Just the first one. But that one was ridiculous, you know. There was no space between those people. They were literally, it was like at Glastonbury or something, at the main stage. Everyone's shoulder to shoulder, except in a swimming pool. And as he pointed out, if someone starts drowning or something goes wrong, you won't be able to get through that crowd fast enough to get to them and get them out of the pool, because you can't do CPR on water, can you? They need to be laid on a solid surface, so yeah, that is ridiculously risky.
Blood red pool. We're so used to pools being a certain shape and color that anything different feels bizarre. That's the premise behind the pool at the Library Resort in Thailand, where swimmers can become so disoriented that they find themselves struggling in the water. Situated on Koh Samui Chao Weng Beach, the luxurious minimalist resort had chosen design features that make its pool unlike anything you'll see anywhere else in the world, because its water appears to be blood red in color. There's nothing different about the water or the way they treat it, and the entire effect is created by red tiles that line the pool.
Yeah.
This does,
Why would you want that?
however, make it more difficult to see the bottom, and it just feels weird swimming here. If you ever visit, just be careful when you dive in, otherwise it could be the last thing you ever do.
They probably don't allow diving.
Number 5, Skellefteå. Held in February of every year, the Open Scandinavian Winter Swimming Championship is held in Skellefteå, Sweden, in a contest that challenges the extremes of human endurance.
Screw that.
Because the 25-meter pool that they use for the races is cut from 2-foot-thick ice specifically for the competition, and is in a location that's only 100 miles away from the Arctic.
Look at that! Oh god, imagine how cold that would be. Oh, look at that sky, that is beautiful. You know, maybe once you're in the pool and you've been swimming a while, it wouldn't be so bad. Because you know, when you're in a heated swimming pool, I've never been in a Scandinavian pool, but you do start to feel like you're sweating in the water. So once you've been in there for a while, maybe you generate a bit of heat, but it's once you get out and you're covered in cold water and you're surrounded by snow and ice, oh, you'd be freezing.
Arctic Circle. Temperatures fall to unbearable levels, and as soon as you dive in, you're faced with a burning sensation all over your skin, and your chest cramps up and makes it difficult to breathe. You'll fall unconscious after just 15 minutes in the 32-degree Fahrenheit water, and you would die within an hour if not treated, which is why the race organizers have a medical staff, divers, and...
No matter what? 15 minutes in that water and you're passing out no matter what, whether you're swimming or not. That's just asking for trouble.
Lifesavers across the venue. There's also a sauna and hot tub next to the pool so participants can quickly warm themselves up to hopefully starve off the onslaught of hypothermia.
That's not good. You're not supposed to do that. If you've been in one extreme temperature, you're not supposed to quickly jump to the opposite end of the scale. So like if you've got frostbite, you're not supposed to like put your hand over a fire or something, are you? Like when you burn yourself, they say don't put it under cold water. They say put it under not warm, just like a level down from warm water. I've actually tried that. It does work better, I must say, than putting it under cold water. In the long run. Obviously, as soon as you put it under cold water, the pain's gone. Not so with lukewarm water. But in the long run, the burning doesn't last as long when you do it like that. But yeah, you're not supposed to do that. Get out of freezing cold water, then get in a hot tub. That's not good for you. I'm pretty sure I've heard that somewhere.
Those who swim here swear by the health benefits of swims like this, and it's said to help fight off stress, depression, and insomnia, as well as helping lose weight.
Sure that I watched?
There are serious risks, though, and if things go wrong, your body will shut down because of the cold, and you lose any ability to escape the water.
Wow.
Number 4, the Pool of Death. Okay. There are hundreds.
If you go swimming in something called the Pool of Death, then anything that happens to you, I'm sorry, but it's your fault, and you can't blame anyone else.
Hundreds of stunning places you can take a swim in Hawaii, but there's one that's become particularly renowned for the danger it poses, a place known as the Pool of Death. It's on the island of Kauai and is a flooded...
I'm gonna guess the danger with this is the rocks and the current. Someone's been smashed against those rocks. Oh, that's the danger. That's what I'm guessing.
Cove on the coast that's made from volcanic rocks. The water is perfectly clear, so you can see to the bottom, and it's the ideal temperature for a relaxing dip. But this serene tranquility can soon turn into a nightmare. The waves of the ocean that roll up against the rock walls can suddenly increase in intensity and smash against the pool and whoever is in it. A large number of people have died here, either because they were overwhelmed by the waves and drowned beneath the water, or were simply thrown against the rocks with such a force. It's one of the most dangerous places to swim in the world, but despite knowing the dangers, its surroundings still make it a popular destination.
I mean, you know, don't get me, if people want to choose to risk their lives to swim somewhere like this, then alright, you know, that's your choice, but just make sure you're making the right decision. You know that people have been killed in this pool by waves smashing them against the rocks. Just make sure you're aware that could happen to you, you know? If people want to make that decision, then that's their choice. That's, you know, that's liberty. But just, you know, think about it.
Number 3, Nemo 33. Until the opening of the Y40 pool in Italy, Nemo 33 in Belgium had the record for being the deepest in the world, reaching a maximum of 113 feet. It contains 660,000 gallons of spring water that's heated to a constant temperature of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. There are caves that can be explored, and you can barely see the bottom from the surface, even though it's full of crystal clear water.
Wow.
It's open to tourists, amateur divers, and professional divers. But because of the dangers involved with such a deep pool of water, there are strict safety measures to prevent any accidents. No one under the age of 12 is allowed there, and everyone who dives must have a dive buddy.
12? That young? So they let 13-year-olds in this pool? I don't like that.
Or instructor with them at all times. Luckily, no fatal incidents have ever happened at Nemo 33, but that's only because they're so careful. All it would take is one mistake at the bottom of the deep pit, and there'd be nothing anyone could do to save you.
Wow, people can watch them like they're, you know, fishing in an aquarium. I would like to do that, actually. That'd be pretty cool.
Number 2, Marina Bay Sands.
Thailand?
The hotels in Singapore are home to some of the world's most amazing swimming pools.
Close
but
enough.
the one that stands out above the rest is the infinity pool.
That building's crazy, isn't it? They've just built 3 skyscrapers and put like a platform across the top of them. I hate modern architecture. I think it's awful. But that is really cool and iconic. I'd love to go up there. Yeah. Mind you, as modern architecture goes, these buildings, they're not too bad. Quite nice. Fair enough.
On the top floor of the Marina Bay Sands Hotel. It is the highest pool in the world at an altitude of 1,115 feet.
Infinity
and swimmers
pool.
can go right against the side to look out across spectacular views of the city. This certainly isn't somewhere to visit if you're scared of heights, and it's been known to panic some people because swimming in a place like this feels so unnatural.
I bet.
It's also subject to extreme weather conditions when storms pass over the city, and if you're in the water when this happens, you might struggle to get out without assistance.
Imagine that. What a view to go swimming. Look at that. You just got the entire city in front of you. But look, there's not even a barrier really, because the water goes right up to the top of it. The water that drips over the edge, does it just fall to the ground? Or is there like a trough, a drip tray, like, you know, in a bar? Or do they just let water fall on people's heads? Yeah. You couldn't get in that pool on one of them flotation things, could you? Because you'd just be gone.
Number 1, the Devil's Pool.
That's a
The
waterfall.
most dangerous pool in the world is one that was formed naturally over thousands of years.
That's a
and it seems
waterfall.
unbelievable that anyone would willingly choose to go here.
What?
It's known as the Devil's Pool, and it can be found at the edge of Victoria Falls in Zambia. Against the waterfall edge is an area that's perfect for swimming in, and that is
Perfect?
surrounded by rocks that prevent the flow of water taking you over the side.
I don't
It's an
care.
extremely popular tourist spot, and one that offers some of the most amazing selfie opportunities anywhere in the world. But make one wrong move, and it'll all be over. Sometimes the currents can be enough to drag you underwater, and there's also the ever-present risk of falling over the edge of the 355-foot-high waterfall. There have been several deaths here over the years,
Really?
and there are likely to be many more in the future.
Imagine my shock. People swimming at the top of a waterfall. People have died. Really? I'd have never guessed.
But most who go there feel it's a risk worth taking to be able to swim in such a beautiful place.
That's just stupid.
Subscribe to Top 5.
That's stupid. That's not a swimming pool. That's a waterfall. Why would you want to do that? Jeez. Just let me see that again. Look. Go away. Those pictures that they showed, just look at that. Look at that. That is. Look at it. Look at this guy. What? I just can't understand why you'd want to do that. Why you'd want to swim there or work there. You're at risk either way. Wow. What was it got? Devil's Pool? That's the right name for it. Yeah. Well, that's the end. All I'm going to say is don't swim there. Don't swim anywhere. Well, not the red pool wasn't bad. That wasn't dangerous. It's just a bit disorientating because it's red. But, you know, once you get in it, swim around it a little bit, get your bearings, you know, you start to understand your environment a bit better, don't you? So, once you've done that, you'll be alright in there. That big, massive pool, that was like, wow. And then he was like, oh, actually, you're not allowed to swim here. Well, it's not a swimming pool then, is it? Why is it on this list? Yeah, the one in China with all the people just like shoulder to shoulder, but on, you know, in the rings. That was stupid. You're just asking for trouble with that one. But this one and the one in like where people have been killed by being smashed against the rocks. Yeah, just don't swim anywhere that hasn't been purpose built. Swim in the sea if you're strong enough, you know, sure, go swimming in the sea, go shark diving and swimming with dolphins. I'd love to do that. But don't go to places like this. Because literally one current that's stronger than you and you're finished. That's all it takes. Yeah, wow. It's amazing these places still exist in the modern age with health and safety. It's amazing they allow it. But this was a paid request from Jake, so yeah, he asked me to check this out, and I said I would. So I did, and I'm glad I did because it's pretty cool to see that places like this actually exist. So I guess that's all I've got to say on that. The next episode of Bad Education is uploading to the Patreon right now, so if you want to go over there and check that out, then go ahead. So if you'd like me to check anything out like this, similar to this, top 10s, dangerous top 10s, stuff like that, then go ahead and make a request. Details about making requests are in the description of every video, so just follow that and you'll be fine. Also, I'm trying to encourage as many people as possible to go take a free trial of the Patreon. I'm not asking you to join permanently and pay. I'm just saying go take a 7-day free trial. What have you got to lose? It's free. It's 7 days of free, exclusive, and early access content. Just go ahead, check it out. You know, if you don't want to stay afterwards, that's fine. I just want people to, you know, go and have a look, see what you think. So go and do that. It's free. What have you got to lose? And the 3 new series will be starting very soon, but that's it. So, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.